I think languages might be one of the most underused roleplay mechanics in D&D. Somewhere along the way, they went from being a gameplay tool to mostly being flavor on your character sheet. Your character might speak Common, Elvish, Draconic, or Goblin, but how often does that actually matter at your table? It's a shame because language barrier can create some really interesting situations. Imagine you meet an NPC who technically knows Common, but they barely speak it. They'd much rather speak in their native language. Now suddenly a character who knows that language becomes incredibly important. Maybe they're translating, maybe they're the one person who understands what the NPC is actually saying, or maybe something gets lost in that translation. I actually like doing this in my own games. When I run games online, they're usually on a program called Foundry, and there's a lot of plugins that let me handle languages directly. I'll type something in Elvish, for example, and to the players that don't know Elvish, they don't get the translated message. They just basically look at a bunch of strange symbols or runes. But the players who actually know Elvish, they can read it normally. It creates this really interesting dynamic because you don't have to tell the players that this NPC is speaking Elvish. The players can figure that out for themselves. But suddenly, the person who picked Elvish during character creation has a reason to speak up. And this can go beyond conversations. Ancient inscriptions, warning signs, maps, religious texts, enemy communications, secret messages. A language can turn something that looks like background decoration into an actual piece of information. D&D even has magic specifically built around this problem. Comprehend languages lets you understand spoken and written languages for a limited time. That spell wouldn't feel nearly as useful if languages never mattered. That's why I think languages can be more interesting than another combat modifier. A +1 to an attack roll might help you win that fight, but knowing the right language might tell you why is this fight even happening in the first place. Languages don't need to completely block your party from progressing. You can use them to create small moments where someone's character knowledge actually matters. That's why I think it's one of the most powerful roleplay tools sitting on your character sheet. But be honest with me, when was the last time a language your character knew actually mattered in the game you were playing?